So this is not doable. I've tried many times, 1,000 attempts, but we just don't have enough money for anything to stop this round. So here's what I want to do. I want to see what can beat round 163, because we couldn't do there. So I'm gonna head into the sandbox and see how in the hell do we beat 163. For some reason, sandbox, it feels like 163 is not the same as actual 163, so let me play. Let me show you in a real game here, how close are we to beating this. Like, here's how the rounds play out. Like, if we press play, okay, there's a wave of cerams, and then the first clumped wave comes in at the end here, okay? And then let's come out. Keep note here, and now here comes a lot of cerams. That's it for the round, and we can't beat it, okay? So here's the order of what it comes in. A long wave of cerams, but they're not clumped, they're not hyper clumped. At the end of the wave, a huge wave of clump balloons comes, but we can beat it. And then let's come, and then that wave that we can't beat comes. But here's what happens in sandbox, which I find really weird. Let me just play it right now, without any towers. See exactly what happens, because I feel like it's not the same. Play. So here's the hyper clump wave, or the first one. And for some reason, yeah, the hyper clump wave comes first. You see where you lost 100k lives there? And then there's one more wave at the back here. And after comes leads, but we never see this long wave of ceramics in the actual game. So what gives? We never see this. Like, it's in a different order, feels like. For some reason, sandbox does not match up with what happens in a real game. So therefore, it's impossible for me to test in sandbox. So let me play it again. Now the temple. And you should see a pretty big difference this time. Like, if you can just compare it to, like, the actual game. The clump wave is immediately off the bat, which is definitely not true. There's like a gap between this wave showing up. But for some reason, yeah, we don't beat it this time. I don't get it. And this is wave number 2 that kills us, like, in the actual game. And yeah, where the hell does this come from? We don't see this in a real game. For some reason, we just can't kill the first wave with the same setup as in the real game. See this wave? We normally kill it. We normally do. But this time, we don't kill it. We just die to it. So yeah, that's really weird. And I can't explain why it's different, but we're gonna try to beat it anyways. So it looks like a 1101 temple, if you take out magic, does not beat this round. And I'm pretty sure if you change the sacrifices up, you can. Because what I was looking for in the chimps run, I was looking for past the temple. That's why I want to support temple. AK, if you wanted like the strongest pure temple, you would want to get a 1110 temple. So no support sacrifice, but I kind of want the discount for if we're thinking the future here. Let me try first with a 1110 temple. We get everything but support. So that's including magic, which we didn't have. Magic has knockback, which is actually really good for 163. The only issue is that, well, this is the only round that has a lot of that kind of balloon. So, there it is. And let me see if this beats 163 with a village. Play. That's a lot of blowback, I gotta tell you that. So let's see if we can beat the first wave there. Okay, kind of, but I see a ton of balloons blowing back here. We leaked a few, did we? I don't remember how many lives we had at the start, but we leaked pretty much almost 0 there. Yeah, let's reset the lives, Let me try again, just to make sure we can beat this round. And it's kind of hard to see, but I think we're going to solo that. Any lives lost? Okay, no. No, we don't beat it, I was wrong. We leaked 30,000 lives, never mind. So it seems like no matter what, the temple is not going to beat it. Because this is the best temple upgrade you can get without sacrifices. So never mind. No matter what temple I got there, I would have lost. Now let me just see what happens if I add a Sabo. Play. We'll just activate the Sabo immediately. See how that does. So now all the cerams are slowed, and hopefully they don't regrow to death, but I'm pretty sure that's all we need. A little bit of slowdown. And already you can see the balloons aren't getting anywhere. And that'll solo this round, right? Yeah. So, that's it. We just need the Sabo and we would beat the round. But sadly we used it on the round before, so that's what killed us. Just to verify here, I'm gonna try with my original temple without magic and see how that does. Just to make sure here, use the Sabo and see if we can beat this clumped wave with half speed. Hint, probably yes. And hopefully yes. It's still taking a while to take down though. That's how many lives are back there. So yes, we beat the first wave, and wave number 2? Yes, we do, okay. So that's why I'm saying Sandbox is really weird compared to actual game. Because we were really close to dying on wave 1 there. but Wave 2 was not as close to dying. But that's not the same in the real game, because we always died at Wave 2, not Wave 1. So again, I don't know what gives. Ground 0, probably is gonna work, but let's just verify here. Alright, so wait for all those realms to come out, and then use it like now. And boom, okay, yeah, that's all we needed to, the Ground 0. However, now we have another question. Can we beat it without using abilities? So that's with this temple right here, and a bunch of everything else that does not include any abilities that will either make the round really slow, or just wipe out all the balloons at once. So let me think of a cheat way to buff this temple up. Let me see if a Perma-Brew does it, and I wonder if this will make the difference on this round. So again, I do have to note here, it's not the same in Sandbox versus actual game. In fact, it's probably a lot harder. And wow, that was close. That's gonna kill us though, okay. So we lost 10k lives with the Perma-Brew. AKA adding a 400 Alchemist would not have helped, because obviously you can't afford this guy till much later. So no, Perma-Brew is not enough. Not enough. So I'm gonna skip military this time. So 1011 temple. So we had 988,000 lives with taking out magic. And let's see how close we are with primary and magic. Play. Do note the blowback is probably gonna help us win this, because military, you normally want to use that versus balloons or blimps. And since this round has like no blimps, actually we're gonna, whoa, that did not work. I am actually kind of surprised. Wow, we lost like 37,000 lives there, 36. So no, it's actually worse getting 1011. So military actually makes a bigger difference than you think, even if it's not a multi-class balloon. 0111, no primary. I'm pretty sure this is not going to work very well, because primary is really powerful. Especially for the main attack, but who knows. Maybe I'm wrong, and this test will prove me wrong. So, how many lives are going to leak here? I see a lot leaking. Wow. Told you, this performed the worst out of all three so far. So see what I'm saying when I'm saying magic is generally what you want to leave out? Because that so far seemed to do the best with this current setup. But there's one more temple. Maybe if we just skip support overall, if our goal was only to get the temple and nothing else. Support is just really valuable for towers that are outside the radius, obviously, or inside the radius. That's the reason why everyone goes support, because the buff to towers in the radius is so good that you almost can't pass it up unless, well, you have to deal with this round. Let it rip with the ultimate temple, military, primary, and magic. All the damage in the world, is it enough to beat this round? So far the answer is yes, and I think the answer is gonna stay yes. Not even close, wow. Oh, there you go. We went for the second best temple in that scenario, the second best. Unfortunately, none of the original temples with a Perma-Brew would beat this. So let's try to think of a less expensive way that might work with our original setup, aka without magic. Let's see if a Jungle Drums plus a 402 is gonna do anything. Probably not, but let's see how close it is compared to a Perma-Brew, because we know this could not beat a Perma-Brew plus this guy could not beat 163. Nope, 42,000, okay. 70,000, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, we're not even close to beating this round. So let me try an Arctic Wind. Because if you don't have a Sabo, that's probably the best thing to do. It's going to slow down every balloon in the radius. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's get a 042, but we're not going to use the ability. We're going to assume we can't use abilities in this test. How much does it slow? I'm not exactly sure, but let's see. How much... Does it work for every balloons here? Let me reset the lives too. I forgot to do that. 99999. Okay. And there's a balloon, or there's a clump leak in here. That's gonna take off 3,000 lives, and this wave. Okay. Another 8,000 gone. So it seems to do about as good as Perma-Brew, but still not all the way, so I think we need a little bit more slowdown. And what's a good slowdown? I don't know, a Glue Gunner? The Glue Strike. Not the Glue Storm, but the Glue Strike. A 042. Let's see. There's a random chance that it might work. Who knows? We'll use it now. All the balloons are on the track. And how we doing? It seems like it's slowing it, so it's doing its job. And I'm pretty sure, wow, it worked. It worked. I feel like there's no way to beat this without abilities, at least for cheap. The thing is, if you're trying to beat 163, you want towers that can pierce infinite balloons or affect infinite balloons. And that's exactly what the 042 does. Also, while we're talking about infinite balloons, There's this thing called a Maelstrom. Let me just see if one Maelstrom can beat this round, if we add it with the help of this guy. No Alchemist, play. So we'll use it right now, here. And look at the damage. Look at the damage, 47,000. But we're still gonna leak 20,000 lives. It does a decent amount because it gets buffed by the temple. The temple gives like 10 plus layers or something like that. Probably not 10, but a decent amount. So that's why the attack shooter is doing more than you'd think it does, but currently not enough, not enough. What if we try a Maelstrom, a Super Maelstrom? I wonder if that'll do anything. The longer duration and everything else, how much damage? That's a lot of damage. 200k, and it looks like, okay, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That was a lot better than the Maelstrom, by far. The only issue is though that, yeah, we cannot afford this with our current setup. So pretty much as you see right now, anything that can affect infinite balloons will work. So let me see if there's a combo that first does not affect infinite balloons and can beat this round. Let's try recursive clusters, as crazy as it sounds. Yes. I want to see how much damage each recursive does when it's buffed by a village. So let's try 5, let's try 5. That's about like $20,000 worth of bombs. Hell, let me add one more for bonus, because I doubt this is gonna work. Let me reset the lives here, just to make sure we know how many lives we're leaking here. And yeah, as you see, it's not even close. It does not do enough. That's a lot of lives lost. And that ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it, folks. Gwendolyn? Oh yeah, let's try Gwendolyn. Let's try level 20 Gwendolyn. I know we used Yazili, but who knows? Maybe Gwendolyn's ability is gonna help if we use both of them. Especially number 2, because it works on every single balloon on the track. Prepare for a lot of lag, boys. A lot of lag. So let me drop Gwen 1 here. And be warned, lag incoming. Lag incoming. Watch the lag wreck our computer here. 37,000 damage. That's gonna leak. Okay, so he still lost like 20,000 lives. So let me try a Dark Champion. Not 1, but 2. 204. We're gonna pull out all the stops here. A temple and its little helpers. Please tell me that's gonna work. Although it doesn't look like there's enough damage on these guys, no. 10,000 lives lost. 10k, okay, 10k. Let's see how the Marine does with no Alchemist. Although maybe I should drop an Alchemist. But eh, too late for that. We already sent the rounds out and dropped the Marine now. And that's a lot of damage, but is it enough to save us here? And no, 15,000 lost, 15. And 3 more K, okay, so not bad, not bad. That's 18,000 lost. Let me just try an Alchemist though. Can't hurt, right? 402. We lost about 18,000 there. 18k. How much difference does a 402 make? Let's see, enough to beat this round? Nope, not quite. You see, it's kind of inconsistent. We lost more lives with the Alchemist. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, we're gonna go for the broken Comanche. We gotta go for it, man. That should buff this guy all the way, I'm pretty sure. Play. And how much damage is it racking up? A decent amount. A lot better than a Marine, that's for sure. And enough to beat this round. Let me reset the lives real quick. No, not enough, not enough. 15,000 lost. So that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Let me try one more time to make sure here. Seems like this first wave is unstoppable. Unstoppable, but maybe I'm thinking in a real game this would work. We're gonna leak 8,000 there. So yeah, that's a testament to how hard it is to beat that damn wave. Let me see if this is the equivalent of 999 fortified ceramics, all clumped together. Just curious. Is that 1,000 ceramics, or is it less than that, or is it more than that? No, we actually beat it, okay. So, when we're playing this round, it feels like we actually gotta deal with more than 1,000 cerams. More than 1,000, that's kinda crazy. So, just to make sure again, show you. We cannot beat this with Comanche, the broken Comanche. Which is very disappointing, by the way. So, it does turn out the way to beat it is using abilities, and probably if you don't want to use abilities, or if you don't have abilities up, if you don't have abilities up at the start of the round, then yeah, you're kind of fucked. You're pretty much screwed, and, well, we are pretty much screwed for our other run here.